Hello everybody, my name is Gentlest Page, and today we'll be looking at LEGO set 71761, LEGO Ninjago Zane's Power Up Mech Evo. The set was released in 2022, where it cost €10. I got mine for cheaper with a great deal, so like about €5, which is pretty great. The set comes with two minifigures with Zane and it's a Cobra Mechanic, the other one, and a hairpiece for Zane, and of course the Mech. So let's just start with the minifigures. So we have a Cobra Mechanic and Zane. Let's start with the Cobra Mechanic. First of all, I do love the Ninjago snakes in like every version they are. Maybe not a vermilion, but these ones, this mold is pretty great. Although I do think they're overusing it right now. It's still a really great one. And it's just great to have more of like generic snake villains. And it is an orange with like a gunmetal gray combined with it, which it just looks really cool. As for his weapon, he uses like a new kind of stud shooter, and where you press down on the top and it shoots off one of these rounded tiles. So yeah, it kind of looks better than the old one, but that's probably just because it's a new version. Then for the next one, for the next figure, we have Zane, the Evo version of him. And I do have to say that this is a great minifigure. I quite like the look of his robes, having the mechanic parts showing through, and the silver having the light azure, I believe it is. Light azure part on the cowl. It looks really cool. For his face print, you have his regular angry-ish face and printing on the back of his head, also of his torso, and you can put his silver hairpiece on, which looks pretty cool. For an accessory for him, you can take off the sword that the Mech has and give it to him, which is in that same cool coloring, and he just has like a regular katana. But that's it for the minifigures. Let's go on to the Mech. And for the Mech, I'll just adjust. So for the Mech, there are two configurations you can have. You can have him like this, all powered up, and you can also have it like not powered up, like this, where in this configuration you basically just take all of the gold parts off, and it looks like a bit more bleak. Yeah, nothing much going on here, but that's the whole part, where once you add the banner piece, it will get powered up. But for the movability, I have to take note part. In this way, you can put Zane in without a scowl. At least that's what the instructions point to you doing. And you have him inside of the Mech. He can move his legs up and down. They have this new banded piece in like the dark azure, the medium azure, which is a pretty cool coloring, but nonetheless. Simple arm joints and hands. They're kind of boring hands, in my opinion. But for quite a small Mech, it does look pretty cool. And you can get him in like a walking position where he can stand up. And that is the main reason I quite like these 10 to 20 euros Lego Mechs, because they are quite posable. You can put them in different positions without it really being unstable. Well, you can kind of finick them around with these little ball joints to give them real different positions, which is pretty great. And if we then power the Mech up, you will put on all of the different gold parts, like this one. Start with the torso, adding these two gold parts, you'll have the flag, the pretty cool shoulder armor, the same armor only in white, the groin piece, the toe pieces, and then you only have the weapons left with the sword and the shield. Technically you could also consider the weapon. Now the posability becomes a little less usable because you have some adjustment issues, but you wouldn't really notice it because the positions I just placed in are like really absurd. Also, change him now to where he has the cowl, and you now have the pretty small sword and his blade, which can spin around, which does look pretty cool. And for the flag, the printing of the flag, it's just like a cloud with eyes. It does look pretty cool, but nothing too spectacular. The one thing I have to say with this set is like scaling. If you want to have him strike down the cobra after, you aren't really able to hit him that much. You would have to bend over, like really bend over before you can actually hit him, as you just saw. With the shield it's a little bit more easy to do, but that's... Oh, everything is falling. But that's something you'll have to get used to. It isn't that bad, it's just play functionality. You will probably just pick them both up and play a bit. But that's it with the set where it has one against a minifigure, which isn't like the best or the fairest of fights, but it's still pretty cool. And for a €10 set, you will probably buy one of these and then one of the bad guys. It's just that these sets, there aren't really many for the bad guys, so it isn't quite that fair. But that's it for this review. Yeah, by the way, I do think you should buy this set if you like Ninjago. If you like Ninjago, and it will look pretty cool, especially for me combining it with all my other Ninjago sets. And it's just an addition. If you, however, don't like it, then sure, don't buy it, because this theme is like, it's a hit or miss. Some people will like the simplistic style, others don't. I'm quite in between of it, but it's just an addition, and for, in my case, €5, it's not that bad to have, because I do quite like the villains. But that's it for this video. I do have a speed build up, and I have some more sets. Please tell me which one you would like me to review next and speed build next, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.